evening everyone, DRBMiller here. Welcome to my Destiny 2 broadcast, and indeed welcome back. There have been so many community members coming in every day, talking to me, discussing various issues with other people around the globe, and participating here has been a truly wonderful and mostly rewarding experience. We've had a wonderful week so far. We had several gameplays of Destiny 1 and 2, we had some streams of Elder Scrolls Online, we had lots of viewers coming in, many more had come in on Twitter and Instagram. As you could see, I had left a message there asking you to have a look at the concept art which has been uploaded to my Instagram. I have quite a few dozens of those images. They are giving you an add-on to the experience of Destiny 1 and 2, and many of those images had been painted whilst the game was being considered initially, so you will have a very good picture on how the game was evolving over a number of months and years, and you'll be able to compare the original concept art with the final product, which you obviously know extremely well. So definitely do go to my Instagram, which is on www.instagram.com/DRBMillerGaming. So that is www.instagram.com/DRBMillerGaming. You'll be able to access all of them. I also posted some interesting shots of Dragon Empire, which is my favorite graphic novel, the Dragon Empire I should say, and this was a wonderful graphic novel produced by Don Lawrence, who was the main artist in the 60s and had been released in various magazines during the 60s and 70s, and it was one of those comic strips that I simply adored as a child, and they brought me to the entire world of comic strip art, graphic novels and films of course, and I loved science fiction ever since, and indeed some historic spectacular films which I watched over the years, both of which merge in this wonderful graphic novel. It is a story of this distant land where the world similar to the ancient Rome and ancient Greece is existing, but is being under serious threat from external enemies, and in fact very similar to Destiny. The humanity on Earth has to protect itself, and they wage ferocious battles in order to defeat that beastly enemy. And from episode to episode you're encountering many new characters, many monsters, and various threats which are emerging. But the brothers that run that empire get it all together, and eventually they win at the end. So have a look and try to discover this wonderful graphic novel, and indeed indulge with this beautiful art of Don Lawrence. He also produced two other fantastic graphic novels called Carl the Viking, which was released prior to the Dragon Empire in the early 60s, and also another that he produced for the Dutch publisher in the 70s called Storm. And Storm had quite a cult following in Europe, and in view of its massive success in Netherlands, Belgium, Benelux generally, and in France, Don Lawrence was ordained by the Dutch Queen, and he has still, he had this knightship given to him for the achievement in graphic arts, which is one of the highest honors that any graphic designer or illustrator can receive. A wonderful recognition of his tremendous work over the years, which sadly had not been either recognized or seriously noticed in the United Kingdom. So I urge you to go to those pages, have a look at those wonderful screenshots, and try to get the graphic novel perhaps in its complete edition books, which were released by the Don Lawrence estate, and you can obviously introduce yourself the best to those distant worlds, and you can compare them with Destiny and Mass Effect. In fact, I always wondered whether one of the game developers or somebody very senior at those companies would become aware of the Dragon Empire, and then eventually decided to make a video game, which indeed would be absolutely tremendous. Well, it's very similar in its visuals, but he is fighting a very different kind of war. I'm not going to tell you exactly what he does, so please have a look at those screenshots and please try to find those graphic novels, and then once you read them you can get back to me and let me know what you thought, whether you find them equally exciting. And I guess for myself, at the time when reading them, what was particularly astonishing was really his use of colour. It was literally the application of the 1950s Technicolor technique viewed on a big screen directly onto the pages of the magazine. And as you remember, we would have had many graphic novels and comic strips released in black and white, and now and then there would be some which were done in colour, but he did make his originals in colour, so therefore the effect was particularly engaging, and the world became really alive when you would be browsing through those pages. I don't know if you read down there or any of those comic strips of the early 50s, he had the same degree of excitement when creating the characters, and the world was much more in-depth and close to various historic aspects of the ancient Greece and Rome compared to some of the other graphic novels of that era. So definitely worth catching. Coming back to the Destiny, we had a lot of gameplay this week. I played primarily Destiny 1, and as you know, this week was dedicated to the strikes. I had engaged in very many during the last few days, and I can tell you that the Wheel of Crota, the Undying Mind, Dust Palace, the Summer's Cell, Winter's Run, Echo Chamber, the Shadow Thief, Blighted Chalice, Sepix Perfected, Fallen Saber, the Summer's Cell, Winter's Run, all of those strikes have been completed together with my teammates, most of them from my online community, and we've had many hours of great entertainment and fun. Some of the missions were extremely difficult, and I had serious difficulty in catching up with my teammates, but as you know, some of them are your true Destiny veterans, and they know exactly where things are going to be coming from. They know everything inside out, and therefore they usually race to the target whilst I'm still finding out what is about to be happening. Nevertheless, I provided them with a very good cover and backup. I was sniping at the enemies which were attacking them from distance, and sometimes attacking the boss at the end, which always resulted in our victory. There were some strikes that were absolutely astonishing in the pace, in the severity or ferocity of the firefights that we fought, and also visually they were very exciting, very pacey, with a lot of energy, lots of enemies emerging from everywhere. So definitely worth viewing and checking on my YouTube channel. Equally, I will tell you what I've done with Destiny 2. It has been a tremendously enjoyable experience so far. I've played several missions, I completed several quests, and I've done several adventures. The quests completed were Payback and Unbroken. In fact, Unbroken I think I still have to finish, and we've had quite a lot of fun by doing several adventures. So without further ado, we will dive in and continue with our exploration of Destiny 2 world. So stand by. So there we are. We are proceeding to our destination. It's Just Monsters here. Hello, how are you doing? Very good to see you here, sir. Thank you for coming back, for watching our channel, for being a member of our community, and enjoying our Destiny 2 broadcast. There we are, back to Trostland, and as we know, we need to go to our friend. We are tracking him, he's in the church. But for some reason the game is not giving us pointers, so that's a bit silly. A bit strange as well, but never mind, we'll crack on. Fortunately, in this instance we know where to go. So it's all nice and easy. Look at this. It's Just Monsters asking, what's up, Daniel? Well, oh, look at that. Networking issues again. Hopefully I'm not being booted out again. It's been a very good week. Lots of interesting gameplay. It's a glitch yet again.
Looks like the Fallen are bringing in a glimmer drill. Keep a sharp lookout.
I do not want to engage with those guys. I want to go just to my destination. As simple as that. Played during the week. On Destiny 1 we were doing strikes the whole week. And on Destiny 2 we're doing story missions and some adventures. So altogether it's been very, very good. On strikes we had a lot of difficult missions with firefights, and we had a lot of fun.
Here. Very good.
We had a lot of fun, and as you could see on my YouTube, some of the missions were insanely difficult.
Stoic type, eh?
And with Destiny 2 it has been moderately so. None of the bosses were really hard to kill, and I've been able to do everything by myself.
Everyone at the farm feels it.
Just another bit of news which I reported during our news bulletin, and that is connected to the various news coming from Blizzard and from Bungie. Destiny 2 is presently available for free download if you are wanting to play it on your PC. So basically, I think it is going to be accessible until the 14th or the 16th of November. So better hurry during this weekend and simply download the game. And if you want to play it on your PC and enjoy it on a different platform, you will be able to do that for free. So not a penny spent. There we are. We've come to DRBMiller. Let's see what he has to say.
This assignment's been a bit rustic for my taste, but it's starting to grow on me. After all, it's easy to forget how much of our history lies beyond the city walls. My name goes back 8 generations, you know. After we lost the city, I didn't think there'd be a 9th. But we'll all be back to our home one day, if you keep it up. In the meantime, there's still a lot left to do out here. I believe history can wait a bit longer.
Indeed, sir. What are we to do next? I'm ready for another mission. Please advise. So Devin thanks you for the significant progress you made in the European Dead Zone. Continue adventures on the planet to earn his appreciation and rewards. So indeed, we will accept this. Our reputation has increased. We have received the reward, which is EDZ Engram 212 power, and this is basically a reward for my efforts within the European zone, Dead Zone. Indeed, I'm accepting this reward. It's been accepted, and we have several which we can then use within moments. We'll just keep taking all that reputation. We want all of it, of course. Faction reward, we got 214 power, and that's a reward for efforts, so we are going to preview that. Let's see. Okay. So we want that. factory wood, right? Daily bounty will take. Another one. We take another one. Okay, we can't. Reputation is definitely going up with Devrim, so that's pretty good. He wants us to do more adventures. I have acquired a shader, and shaders customize the appearance of rare, legendary and exotic gear. So we need to have a look at our options.
I cannot afford to be distracted. I do hope you understand. Mark and the kids have moved out to the farm. It's probably temporary, but like the peace and quiet. Ready if you are.
It's really beautiful. Beautifully designed. Okay, super destructive daily bounty has been completed. Get super kills from EDZ. Like that. So we have Exterminator, defeat fallen in European Dead Zone, that's been completed. We have Channel the Arc, defeat the enemies with arc damage in the EDZ, that's been completed. And we have some other bounties in here, which in fact we have not completed this yet. Consumables, we have some new stuff. Let's see. Okay. Shaders.
Here we are.
Apply this shader to change the color of your gear. Okay, so where do we... Looks pretty good, eh? Yeah, I like my new gear. I just want to equip it. Sorted by rarity. So is my inventory. Alright. So you don't need to look at that. Look at the character.
4 arms, and still I'm a better shot than you.
So this would be 197, and this is to 10 defense. Obviously we are taking to 10 defense. We are taking this into armor materials, gunsmith materials in fact. 203, 169, 206. Taking 206. These ones we are turning into Glimmer. This one also we need to turn into Glimmer. In here we have 201. This is 100. 195, 29. Let's take 29. Actually, what we want to do is perhaps do some infusion if possible. And it says that we can indeed infuse, so we'll infuse. We haven't got any legend shards.
Happy to help with something if you need it.
So I need to leave the one which has got the highest number of points, and that is 200 defense, and the other ones we will turn into armor materials, gunsmith materials. Yeah. So let's see, 201, 204, 207, 212 defense, even legendary gear so early, so indeed we are taking everything else apart and keeping the legendary gear. So that's 202 defense, and this one will turn into gunsmith materials. Clan banners, I haven't got any clan. Legendary shards nil. Alright, so let's see. Do we have any experience points? We do not.
I cannot afford to be distracted. I do hope you understand.
Again. Let's go. 212 pulse rifles, alright. And we'll this? 212. 207 is the rifle.
My dear Mark, I am toasty warm, I assure you. Though, might send me more tea.
Okay, so that's been cleared up.
Someday I shall look back on this and laugh. Well, Mark will laugh.
Water rifle, scout rifle. What's this? 194. Okay, this scout rifle we don't really need. Submachine gun, shotgun. Let's see. Sidearm 199. 201. Okay, so this one's better.
Here we are.
And that's submachine fusion rifle 196.
My dear Mark, I am toasty warm, I assure you. Though, might send me more tea.
So 155 sniper rifle. Water rifle, submachine gun. We've got all sorts of weapons in here, has to be said. It's rocket launcher 133, sword 2 or 3. No, absolutely yes. Sword of 153 is going out. Grenade launcher and rocket launcher.
So we can both take
I will keep those two as well at the moment. But what I want to work out is, let's see. Triumphs complete. We have several in here. So
can hear that too, right?
we need to. This one completed. Mission broken. Mission payback. Mission larceny. So Unbroken has been finished, but I don't think I've finished it. I need to literally watch my videos to find out what I've done. I was very, very tired the other day when I played the last section of Destiny, and that's the reason for my absent-mindedness or lack of memory. I'm not oblivious to what I do, so there you go. And strikes, we didn't do any. Raids.
There they go again. Dance, my guardian friend.
General? Companions? Do we have any in there? No. Heroic story missions? I don't think we've done any of those either.
Ready if you are.
Okay, campaign. Vanguard campaign. Alright, so there was another one in there. Oh, that one.
Soraya, your frequent check-ins break my concentration. Let an old man snipe in peace, will you?
Wait a minute.
Eyes open.
Alright, Warlock level 20 achieved. Feast mode achieved. And then... no, the rest I didn't achieve. Alright, so we have Hunter, we have Warlock, we have everything there. Moments of Triumph, Clan. Yeah, that's right. Warlock. What else? Let's see.
Considering your next action, are you?
Seals.
Eyes open.
New contents. Law.
Hawthorne and I are much alike. Well, would be, after all the years we have known each other. But I believe in the dream of the city. I will return home.
So let's see, this we need to check.
I see you, little bug. Let's bring them home, you and I, huh?
I'm just exploring this and finding out what had to be done and, you know, what I completed and what still.
That's all I need.
But I did acquire... What is this? Ah, so it's here.
Did you wish to discuss something?
This is the new one that I got. Walker's Walk. Quite like that. Nice.
Come on, old man. You stood upon the wall for years. You can last as long as she needs.
So what have we got here? City Dance, Ball of Quail, Point, and Ball of Sit. Okay. Looking good. Some ship. To be frank,
Ready if you are. Someday I shall look back on this and laugh. Well, laugh.
so this shader must be automatically equipped. Fine, this is all done. Ready for some more action. And we are now proceeding. So, very quiet night. I have to say Friday nights have been so quiet. I don't know what people are doing. Probably everyone out rather than playing games. But, quickly have a look at the position we're in and what we still have there. Let's look at the map. And this is Larceny, so that's the campaign. And if we were to traveling there, we need to really fast travel. Larceny is the next mission. And as you can see, we arrived rather quickly. But we, oh, you see that? Oh, look at that. Well, that's correct. I remember now doing this. Okay. I better equip my sniper rifle, mate. Because I don't want to be missing out on the fun. Fusion rifle. Where's the sniper? Shotgun, auto. Auto rifle, submachine gun, shotgun, sniper rifle, right? Yep, that's it. So Larceny is our next quest. Oh, look at that. They're disappearing. So we need to get our flag, I believe. Do I engage or not? They were fighting so ferociously. and we are proceeding. But before I do that, I need to stand up because I've been playing the game seated, and that's not something I like. There we are. Proceeding to... Oh, no, we're not going the right way. I am to be collecting my task. And that is here, my friends. You can see. Larceny. Break into the Red Legion base and steal the personal shuttle of Thomas, the no longer unbroken. Indeed, we are going to start the mission. There we are. It's taking a long while to load, I have to say. The servers have been really slow recently, so I don't know what's going on. Like early on, I was literally booted out, and then the game brought me back in, and it started at a different point. A bit bizarre, but you know, it's quite glitched. Right, so we are there, finding the objective. Steal Thanos' ship. So that's going to be really difficult.
Thumos, the Unbroken, has a ship in that base. It's the only way we can get you onto the Almighty undetected. So you're going to steal it.
Newsflash, folks. The Fallen are on the move. Seems they didn't learn their lesson the first time. Those scavenging vultures, those Fallen. Always turn up when you don't want them. Kind of like a warlock when you're...
Go on.
Nothing? No. I'm done.
Understood, commanders. We are going to destroy the enemy. Fear God, honor the king. Over and out. Just don't know whether this weapon is going to be good enough. We'll have to find out. Hello Goose, how are you doing? Good to see you. Thank you for coming and joining my Destiny 2 broadcast. All very good indeed. I've not been streaming Destiny 2 for that long tonight. I've been having a lengthy introduction, a few other things, so this is literally just the beginning of my first mission, and it's called Larceny, the quest that I'm doing. Just picked up my mission, so that's the reason why I'm here. How about yourself? Did you have a good week? Did you enjoy many of those strikes? Have you done any raids? What's been going on out there? My week on Destiny 1 was all about strikes. I'm doing strikes every single day, and that's been a very good experience. Lots of co-op and it's good fun really long. Agus says, yes sir, it was a good week trying to bring my level up. Fantastic. I had so many good missions and there were so many strikes. I was doing strikes for about, well, this week, the whole week, and there was one session which turned into a marathon for about 8 hours, just, you know, one by one, and I had several community members coming in, so I literally played a whole lot of strikes with one person. That was very, very enjoyable, and we had a lot of good fun. Some were really difficult because the modifiers made the enemies very hard to kill and they were ammunition resistant. So one mission we played for a little while and really we were redoing it several times, but eventually we managed to win. But like really modified in a bad way for us. The enemies were so strong. No ammunition. It's just too bad. Hello Volvo, how are you doing? Did you have a good week? Did you have a lot of interesting gameplay on Destiny? I certainly did. It's been a good week for me. Lots of strikes, lots of good missions, lots of good streams. So all in all, it's been 10 plus. How about yourself? What's up? Shooting this. Could have been a good target. Could have blown it all up if I remembered it. I kept thinking with my Destiny 1 brain, and in Destiny 1 we can't do that, so I forgot all about it. Volvo says, yes, it's been a good week. He is grinding Gambit. I've seen that we can do Gambit for free. But to be honest with you, I'm not sure whether I've got it or not, because I got the game originally as a part of the pack, and then I had Forsaken through PlayStation Plus for free, so I'm not quite certain whether Gambit's loaded or not.
There's only one ship left on the landing pads.
That must be Thumas' ship. Get to it before it's too late.
Igus says he is doing the same. You see how good it is to have our community up and running. Ah, Igus got his ace of spades. Fantastic. So what's happening in there? What's going on? Oh, I see. I need to destroy that turret thing now. Well, that's a new weapon. It's a very deadly one, so better keep it in mind. Volvo says, got that thing to get to rank 2 and weapon triumphs. Sounds very difficult. It really does. Bang. No need to do that. Just for fun. But I got some super on me as well. My friends, and you can see I can do quite a lot with it. Ooh, reload. That's not too bad. There we go. Super duper. Who remembers that song? Super duper. Where you gonna find me? Another one. Alright. What was asking me, do I need some help? You know, at the moment I'm playing a story mission and I'd like to do it on the single player mode. It doesn't seem to be too difficult. I might be doing a strike later on, so I'll let you know if I'm entering a strike after this mission, and then obviously I can do this in help. Strikes are best done with my community members. If you're okay with that, I'll call you once I'm ready. Weapons got like really poor quality magazine. Look at that. Oh, that's good. I thought I was kind of saved it earlier, but obviously my mistake. Why are they surviving those strikes? Where's this other animal? Oh, there we are. Where up with them? As you get to know the game, everything gets so much more enjoyable and things get easier. Oh, look at him. He was done and dusted. So was he. The one those canisters to blow up, of course. Not succeed. Ooh, that is what we don't like. talisman, Warlock relic. That looks good. Put that talisman on. You lost strength is returning to you. Return to the shard in the EDZ and restore your light. Alright. I don't do that yet. There's my relic. Where's that relic? Another turret in there.
Way's clear. Now let me at Thumos' ship.
Great! This is the part where you borrow it.
I'm going to be borrowing this ship immediately. I want to just grab some ammunition. Let's see, where do we come in? This way. Oh.
Cover me. I need to figure out how this works.
Protect that ship!
Protect the ship at all costs. Should it come from this end? Good.
I don't hear dying. Still in one piece?
Unlike someone I know, they can handle hostile technology.
Hey, that teleporter was all vexy and stuff.
Unlucky. Unlucky, my friend. Playing from the beginning. That's annoying. Oh no, it's not actually from the beginning. I've done it already. One biscuit to refresh
I need
myself.
to figure out how this works.
Protect that ship!
Don't hear dying. Still in one piece.
Unlike someone I know, they can handle hostile technology.
Hey, that teleporter was all vexy and stuff.
What's going on? gun.
Good work! Finish them off and get on board.
What's happened now?
Our plan
Last
relies on you.
completed.
Destroy the Almighty's weapons. End the threat to our world.
While you're doing that, we'll get in position for the final run on the city. It's time for Gaul's last dance.
Cool. Mission complete. Larceny. Story mission has been accomplished. Fantastic. So what do we get next? Beautiful Destiny 2. Lovely gameplay.
Zavala's troops are already getting into position around the city. But they can't attack until we shut this thing down. So, ready when you are, partner.
Ready when you are, partner. New mission? New objective? Here's 1AU. Find disable the Almighty's weapons. Oh.
We made it. We're on the Almighty.
Good. You must find the ship's central core and disable its weapon system. Your best option will be to follow the fuel stream.
Follow the fuel stream. Indeed, understood, madam. We are going to destroy this ship. Over and out. You know what? Before I crack on with this, I'll just hide here for a minute. And I'll have another biscuit because I'm not hungry, but I want to be drinking some of that tea. Today I got some really great biscuits. They're chocolate chip digestives. So they're like digestive biscuits with some chocolate chips in it. And sold by Sainsbury's. Very big pack, offer them 60-70 pence. An absolute deal for these kinds of tea breaks. What's important is that very tasty and they have very little sugar. It's only about 1.5 grams of sugar per biscuit, which is excellent. I hate sugary things, you know. But I like biscuits with tea. Alright. Let's see. Ooh. What language do they speak? Does anybody know? They all sound very automaton-like robots. Metallic type of grovel that they give. Ooh, sniper, my friend, sniper! Watch this. Missed them. That's the trick. We've gone close quarter, shall we? Something's not right now. A minute. Slow reload.
The weapon's already active. Are we too late?
Not yet. You need to disconnect the link between the Almighty and the Sun before it disrupts the Sun's magnetic field.
And everything goes boom.
And everything goes kaboom in any case. See? That looks well dodgy. Sniper does it. Let's say. I hate those things. Thing is here. Okay. open this bridge. That song again. What happens next? Super does it. Super does it. Don't we all know that? Super does it.
Our forces are moving into position outside the city walls. Your signal will start the assault.
We'll get the job done, Commander.
Indeed, we'll get the job done, Commander. We'll destroy the enemy. Fear God, honor the King. Over and out. Mineral processing. Just beautiful visuals. It's so beautifully designed. Well, once again, I'd like to invite everybody to come to my Instagram.
That tunnel over there should lead us straight to the central core.
My Instagram has now lots of concept art from Destiny 1 and 2, and if you visit my Instagram, indeed if you join and follow, you will be able to get the idea of how this game was developed, because lots of these images were preceding the actual final version of the game, and you'll be able to see how everybody, this massive big team, worked on every single detail, and you know, just absolute outstanding knowledge on how difficult it was to create this game and how to make everything so in depth. And I just love the slides. So race to my Instagram, join, and have a look at all of that beautiful concept art. It's on Destiny 1, Destiny 2, and on Elder Scrolls, and some other games that I recently played, like Heavy Rain. And you have also some pictures of Trigon Empire, my favorite graphic novel, created by Don Lawrence, and you'll get the idea as to why I love Destiny and Mass Effect so much after you've seen a few of those. And really have a look at that concept art. People do not learn to appreciate those teams that work on such big games, and I've been just reading a few comments and views on people who were creating Red Dead Redemption 2, and the hours they had to put into the game in order to polish it up after they beta tested it and after they were introducing all sorts of changes. You know, it's hard work. It's hard work, and not everyone's well paid in that either. But the results, as you could see, are mouth-watering. So we always have to think how to support those game developers. They face so many liabilities. They spend so much time on trying to please the community, and equally they're always attentive, pay attention to everything said. They want games to be the best possible. So really that needs to be recognised, and we really have to support them as much as we can. I think one of the best ways of supporting is by engaging on our community forums, then again by playing the game, streaming the game, discussing the game, being out there and making it really alive and active. They had some concerns today, you know, about Destiny 2. Activision, the publisher, they said that the recent DLC didn't sell too well, and they were not quite happy with that. But I think they were underestimating the number of people who were participating in the forums and really playing the game at all times. I don't think it should be just looked at the number of DLCs purchased. But then, you know, if such work is being put into the game and everyone has to be paid, the investment needs to be obviously coming back. They'll have certain targets, so we have to try to help them. So raise the flag, wave the flag, that's all I can say. If you have not heard in my news bulletin, there is a serious rumour sort of circulating around in the industry circles that Destiny 3 is currently being prepared, and that there is some work done already, preparatory work, particularly on concept art. Nobody officially confirmed this, but there is, you know, there is a feeling that something is being done at present, and we can obviously very much look forward to that. And as you know, my channel will be dedicated to Destiny 1. We'll try to really keep the game alive as long as possible, and on Twitch streams, and literally within our community we'll be able to do a lot of support for Bungie, and I'm sure they will appreciate all of our work. So don't forget that. You know, I get every single time I write postings on my Twitter direct responses from some of the developers, and most importantly from Xbox. Almost on every single response which I provide to their news, like a direct message, or it's not retweet, it's literally a message to something they've said, I get responses from them every single time. So you can think coming in, but they really do listen to the community, and they pay attention. And they pay attention when you're happy, and they also pay attention when you're not happy. So it's very important, if you're unhappy, to be civilized and to pursue your unhappiness with the right kind of contact, and then obviously you'll get very far. But the way to support is by constantly engaging. Remember, online gaming is all about connectivity and communication. Without connectivity and communication, there's no fun, there's no online gaming. And the best way you can do it is simply by joining these forums: Instagram, Twitter, Facebook to a degree, but Instagram and Twitter are literally at the moment buzzing with energy. And when discussing things there and communicating, reposting, sharing, you are literally supporting those developers. So remember that. And also, if you want to support my channel, there are plenty of things which you can do. The first thing you can do is just simply throw in some bits. Bits really are supporting myself and all the other Twitch streamers and online entrepreneurs. So they are one of the most popular, the simplest, cheapest ways of supporting. And indeed, just by following my channels and being present here, that is incredibly rewarding and tremendously supportive to myself personally and also to the entire online entrepreneurial community. So enough of talking, we've got this mission to complete. Aren't I right? There they are, we knew the enemy was somewhere. And with each other ugly head. Oh, there. Still there.
It looks like the Red Legion are using the planet Mercury as fuel.
Strip mining the solar system? That's kind of impressive.
They're using Mercury.
That's radioactive and unstable. Don't hold on to it for too long.
Mm-hmm. And where does it need to go? Needs to go somewhere.
Looks like the Red Legion use fusion cells to power their machinery. Let's plug it in. Get this thing started.
Insert this fusion cell. Alright. We did get everything started. Look at that. Enemies are coming already. Look at that. This beastie is coming. Must have been painful. That is what I want to see. There we go, up in the air. Look at that masterpiece. Still alive. He's back. And there they are. still don't have my grenade or my super. Take everything quickly. No, run away from him. Run away from him until you get the grenades. Got him. That was pretty good. I'm not going to be able to do that. Good. Hold on, what's the objective? I didn't get it. Guys, did you see my new objective? I missed it. Just looking at that dead beast. I'm just being pleased with myself, thinking how well I've done and, you know, all of that.
Ore tunnels are clear. We can follow the fuel to the weapon's core.
Okay.
These rocks. It's hard to believe that this is one of our planets ground up under our feet.
There's still plenty of planet left. We'll take care of it.
Zavala, your group is in position at the city's perimeter.
Understood. Preparing to go radio silent. We can't give the Red Legion any warning. Guardian, I will do all I can to reclaim our home. If we do not meet again, know how proud I am of what you have done.
It's so great to hear that your words are truly astonished. As said, I'm truly astonished by the power of your words, sir. And I will obliterate the enemy and I will come back. We shall meet again, Commander Zavala. Fear God, honor the King. Over and out. Oh, there we are. Where's the other beast now gone? Did see him a moment ago. There, Butcher. Headshot. So where is everybody? My community is really quiet today. That's because it's Friday night, right? Must be. I get really Fridays and Saturdays. I'm very quiet Saturday nights. I wanted to hit that tank. Obviously, I missed. You just want those enemies to burn, don't you? Well, if you don't, then you don't
So,
hate
the
them
only
enough.
way to get where we're going is out there.
Look at that. That looks roasting hot. Has to be said. Sunside.
We can do this.
Really bright.
Stay in the shadows. The shadows!
Died already. Misadventure. Yeah, misadventure.
Stay in the shadows. The shadows!
Where do we need to go? Your light fades away, and it does indeed. I have a strategy through which I'll stay alive in Nan, because it's so scorching hot and radioactive. I've chosen possibly see.
We can do this. Stay in the shadows. The shadows!
Fine there. Jump too high, too wrong, too bad, too silly, too everything. Right, so I'll do is actually waiting here till my grenade comes up. That's number one. I drink my cup of tea and I do nothing. That's the best thing to do, right? Right. Who disagrees? Because I want this grenade and possibly my super to face those enemies like that. Can clear them instantly. Come on, my grenade. What is happening? Look at that. Not enough emotion. Feel good. Oh, there we are. So now.
Stay in the shadows. The shadows!
Right. You can see that's the idea. Going from one point to the other. Headache resolved. You see, good job you reminded me, because I forgot about them. I forgot about them again because I keep having my Destiny 1 brain on. And I've got that superpower in there as well, you know, to re-heal quickly by pressing the top right and left buttons. Hello, Cap. Thank you for coming, and thank you for watching our broadcast. Excuse me. It's been a very good experience so far tonight. Literally just racing the story missions. Everyone's telling me that they're playing Gambits. No wonder Gambit is free for today, tomorrow and Sunday. Taco says you have to go above. Yes, of course, I know that. I know. Hello Taco, how are you doing? Good to see you here. I'm just resting and I'm trying to regain life. Back in there again. Oh, I see. Wait a minute. I did manage to go in. That's good.
It's time for me to go, Guardian. You know your path. You don't need our guidance anymore. If my journey ends today, then I face it gladly.
Cap says you made it. I did make it, yeah. I did make it. I leaped and then I used melee to kill these guys. He's gonna kill me after that, right? He's trying, but I'm a bit stronger than him. And I'll tell you one thing, I do not like the look of these axes that he's wearing. They're rather sharp and heavy and ugly. And so is he. Reminds me of Leatherface, you know, from Texas Chainsaw. I'll just incorporate it in there. Oops, sniper in there. Missed him. But this time, I didn't miss. There he again. Run away from them. Come on! Let's snipe this tank. Hurry up! No, it didn't work. How did this happen? Psycho says gladiators hurt, especially in Gambit, especially in Prestige SOS. I haven't done that yet. Indeed, they hurt. But in this instance, I wasn't doing something right to him. But he was given a pill and his headaches resolved. To hit those tanks. See? I wanted to hit those tanks that he would incinerate. And that is what happened. These enemies are so dreadful, they obliterated our planet, and I hate them so much. So I want them to go up in smoke. To learn once forever that they've done wrong. Taco says, if I'm correct, I believe this is the second to last mission in the Red War campaign. It is very possible. It is very possible. Can I just ask you fellas, are you using Destiny Companion at all? Because I was looking at it today and they have quite a good layout of missions, and in order to access them you need to go to your profile and you get everything there with scores and you know. But what's annoying, they say like explore rather than adventure. It looks like adventures are treated as an exploration and they do not state the title of the adventure. So maybe I've not found them correctly, but if you did, can you let me know? Are you using Destiny Companion as well? Because Destiny Companion, a bit like Destiny Tracker, is ideal to, you know, collect scores and see what you're doing, but you know, everything is basically collated. And I just couldn't find anywhere the titles of those adventures. The story missions are there, but and they have really massive focus on strikes and particularly on Crucible, you know, multiplayer. Every single bit on that. But less attention given to the single player missions. Taco says, I don't use it, I use the Vault tool. Yeah, okay. The Destiny Companion is for free, and it's presently doing Destiny 2. Destiny 1 they phased out, and in order to get scores for Destiny 1, you have to have Destiny Tracker. And it's very detailed, and it's beautifully designed. You know, you get all the niceties with images and banners, and so definitely worth checking out. I like the both. I just find it a bit strange because Destiny Companion, Destiny 2 Companion is very detailed. It's very useful, but then I couldn't find the titles of the adventures. If anybody knows where they are, just let me know, because I found the missions and then or campaigns. Cap says the only place where you can do adventures in a given week anymore is at the Flashpoint destination. Alright. But I've seen that they're allocating adventures as well. So you can be in a certain area and then you can just carry on and find them. They have these flags which you collect. And what's the guy's name that's in a church? He can also give some adventures. He was asking me to do adventures because he was happy with what I've done so far, so you know. He'll be creating them apparently. Okie dokie. Time to rock and roll. Are you guys tired at all? Because you're in the US, it's not that late in there, right? Is it 5 hours back? What's the time out there now? About 9 o'clock? Or 8 o'clock? In the UK it's coming to 2 o'clock AM, so that's a bit late. And I actually don't like staying that late, I prefer going to bed around midnight. But unfortunately I had a very, very busy day and my streams were not as lengthy. So, you know. Taco says 8:47, that's 9 o'clock. Yeah, it's 6 hours back then, right? No, 5 hours back, that's right.
To go forward, we must go upward. Which sounds like something Zavala would say.
Destiny 2 trying to level up. Well, good luck. I hope you'll be able to acquire the up level. I just find it a bit tricky as I'm playing D1 and D2 consecutively, because you play Destiny 1, your mindset switched on basically to that world, and then when you switch Destiny 2, the whole thing works out quite differently. Like I forgot today about this, reviving my life. You reminded me, and yeah, I just forgot. Cap says after you do them initially, they're gone until the Flashpoint week on that planet and the vendor offers it. Yeah, that's right. That's what I realized, because I've done some adventures with Igus the other night, about a week ago, and then I wanted to redo them because there were a few viewers who got back to me and said, you guys really did them so quickly, can you do them again? And I want to do them again just, for the fun of it and for the benefit of the viewers. And then I couldn't find them, they were gone. So I tried everything, and I just couldn't find them, they were gone. I couldn't get them back. Taco says, it's not hard for me to switch, but I can see how it can be confusing. Yeah, I think if you play one after another, you know what I mean? You play Destiny 1 for 3 or 4 hours, and then have a short break of half hour, you play Destiny 2, you're switching kind of head on, and I find it a bit difficult. Not in everything, but in the use of inventory, in the use of options, like with kit and weapons, and particularly with some of the things that come up in the game. So, but it's all good. Did you hear that the rumours circulating that Bungie is already working on Destiny 3? We've not seen any images or concept art or anything, but that's the rumour. That's the hottest off the press. And they've been going on during the last couple of days, not Bungie, but the Activision, the publisher, that I think Gambit is the Forsaken, I can't remember now, that one of the DLCs didn't sell too well and they were complaining about this. I find that astonishing. The community is so vibrant, and up to 20 to 50,000 people are just streaming on Twitch, and God knows how many still playing it every night without doing streams. So it's a very, very much alive and vibrant community, and I think it's extremely important that all of us, the Destiny fans, support the developers as much as we can, because they're dependent on our support. And I always say to everybody, if you're not doing streams, please subscribe to Instagram, subscribe to Twitter, and then do messages, do tweets, do screenshots, do something, and the developer is going to notice. They're just looking at that degree of activity. That's all they're interested in. Any support, following Instagram, doing tweet messages is good enough for them. People don't have to buy, as usually others assume. Cap says Destiny 3 is old news. They've been working on it since D2 launch. Well, yes and no at the same time, because it's not been officially confirmed. It's been a rumor, but this week it was a bit hotter, and I can tell you why. The main reason is that Casey Hudson, the director of Mass Effect project, gave a hint that they're already preparing the new episode of Mass Effect. Not been confirmed, but there is this aura around BioWare that they're working on it already. So as you could see, these are the two open world, space-based games, and to a degree they're similar, although obviously Mass Effect is a lot more RPG based and interactive than this game, but they will compete. If Mass Effect comes out in a year and a half, then they'll be quite careful not to launch Destiny near that release date, and that is probably the reason as to why the news were hotting up this week, because they were coming up, I think, on Tuesday and Wednesday, and I was just getting through my contacts various bits of news indicating that's what's going on. A bit of Mass Effect and a bit of Destiny 3, but I love obviously both games, and I'm happy either way. If they are doing some concept art, if they started preparatory works, that is all good for me. All good with me. Cap says yeah, Activision wasn't happy at Forsaken sales. It's Forsaken, that's right. I kept thinking of Gambit and of it's Forsaken. And hopefully they've learned from the mistakes from when D2 launched. Hopefully, but you know, you learn as you go along. And you know, the biggest trouble is that the expectation in the industry today, because of certain games obviously raising phenomenal revenue, is that your new product always has to be at least a bit more successful than the last one. That doesn't have to be present and visible from the word go. It may take a bit of time, but when you have games like Fallout 76 coming out and Red Dead Redemption 2, Red Dead making 775 million in literally 3 days, then you know, everything becomes very competitive, and it's just you know, it's that side of the industry which makes it difficult because of the shareholders and investors and everyone else. Just think about the hype which has been generated for Red Dead prior to its release. For 6 months we had all these beautiful trailers and jingles and adverts and pre-release reviews and all sorts, and then the game comes out and it actually succeeds better than anyone could have anticipated. It's just been absolutely phenomenal, and I think Fallout 76 is going to be very similar, perhaps not cracking the same money within the first 3 days, but you know, the community is going to love it, and they're going to come in. They've already beta tested it quite a few times, and I've just read today that there's been so much feedback from beta testing, inclusive of I think yesterday, that they are literally working 24/7 to include whatever people said in the game, because the release is scheduled for next week. So just think about the pressure and think about the work which is going to be put into this game. And the last week of, you know, the game in production before its release, it's just phenomenal. So obviously they will be looking very much at sales, but you know, I think that they can be very happy, because initially they were worried that Destiny would not overshadow Halo, put it this way, that Destiny would always be overshadowed by Halo, and that it will never work out in the same way. But you know, they obviously made some sort of wrong assumptions. Cap says, true, but Rockstar doesn't realize games every year like Bungie and Activision. It's been released, I beg your pardon. It's been like 5 years since GTA 5 came out. Well, yeah, that's true. That's true. I mean, obviously, having, what was it, about 7-8 years in between, or even more, between Red Dead 1 and Red Dead 2, makes a very big difference. And also not releasing continuous new content. I think that's the biggest difference comparing the two. But you know, these publishers are very different, and the developers also have some of their own secrets. And I think a bit like watching Twitch streams or subscribing to certain blogs, at the end of the day it's all about quality content. If you're providing continuous quality content, you will be retaining your readership and your membership. And I think this is where some of the companies fail. It's not that they don't want to provide the quality content, it's more to do with the fact that sometimes they lack revenue, and then, you know, the problems occur. If you have the revenue that Rockstar had for that marketing budget, that was obviously applied to Red Dead, then evidently you're coercing very many new people to become fans and to anticipate the game with excitement and everything else, and that is perhaps where the pitfalls start. But I'm very happy with Bungie. Had many good years with Halo, and now I'm going to be having many good years with Destiny, and there have been many good years with BioWare, Mass Effect, and also other games that they produced which were absolutely awesome. Loved every one of the games. And I'm talking and going into the wrong direction, boring everyone to death with my gameplay, so I really need to switch on. But you know, if anyone's interested in the news, then you can subscribe to my Twitter, I have many news coming in. That includes the news from my Twitch streamer friends and various other contacts. And also you can equally use various sites like GameSpot and Video Gamer. They have tremendous news. IGN has comprised their gaming news with entertainment, so that they kind of diluted a bit, but Video Gamer and GameSpot, they're absolutely bang on. Probably videogamer.com is the best website for the most important news, which I'm using every day, and they're really very much focused on whatever is out there most relevant to the industry and of greatest interest to the fans. So definitely you can check them out. You can find them on my Twitter. If you've subscribed to my Twitter, you get the regular news coming from them, and they can simply, you know, click on the link and go to the website and follow everything else. Because I'm focused on not just the most important, but everything interesting in the industry, and that does comprise community members, Twitch streamers, game developers, everyone. And also, if you're interested, if you are, in addition to being a video gaming fan, a fan of moving pictures, you can subscribe to my Film Dialogue portal. I have quite an extensive, well-developed portal on film. Its hub for news is also on Twitter, but there is a blog, there's Pinterest, there is Facebook, and there is, what else? YouTube. And there's a lot of information on film. It's dedicated to classic film, so that's golden oldies, particularly on the blog, but Twitter is focused on whatever is happening today, so contemporary films, independent American cinema, European flicks, world cinema, and all the news which are film related. So if you're interested, just go to Twitter, Film Dialogue, or Film Dialogue 1, and you will be able to access all of those niceties. The idea is also to run a channel which is going to be focused on film, but Twitch has not developed the streaming facilities as yet for that to be done, so podcasts and all of that will have to go through another platform, because I can't do them on what I currently got. Right, so what am I doing in here? We need to go in here, I think. There we need to go to. Alright. Yeah. Don't drop me off now. No. Hopefully I'll shut him up, which I think I did do. Yeah, I did. Look at this headache gone. Headache is truly gone. And his headache is gone too. And I have no headache. Oh, that was a bang on headshot. Considering how dark it is here, I'm really proud of my achievement. Oh, you can't be immune. You can't be immune. He's gone too. That's most important. What are we gonna do? Succeeded. Melee worked. Voila. Magnifique.
Hey, Hawthorne says we're reaching our insertion point, and I'm not big on goodbye scenes. So, you do what you gotta do. Make it out alive, okay? I need someone who gets my jokes.
Will do, sir. I'll get out of here alive, and we'll see you soon. Fear God, honor the king, over and out. Did I forget anything in there?
See those tubes? That's how we get to the weapon core.
That's pretty good. Got him as he was jumping. He didn't even know it. There's so nice line up in there. Where are the others? Because it's lagging it. I'm gonna stand up again. Instead of sitting down. Let's see. Hold on now. blown into atoms.
Here goes nothing. I know going in that beam sounds like a bad idea, but it's the best idea we've got.
Oh, we lost some of our connectivity. So, where do we need to go? Alright. So where do we go from here?
Interceptors. It's like they're begging us to blow this place up.
Come on, my friend, hurry.
Wow. That's... wow. Thermal exchangers. Take them out and the weapon will overheat. The vents are blocking our shots. Wait for them to open. Out. Don't waste your bullets. Wait until the vents open. 2. Last one should be ventilating the core.
Right, so that's really quite a good mission. Quite easy. It's very straightforward.
Temperature levels are rising, but it's not enough. We need to disrupt the core itself.
That's no fun.
Temperature levels are rising, but it's not enough. We need to disrupt the core itself. We'll use that to overload the electron reservoir.
Escape the Almighty.
I'm bringing the ship around! Run! Zavala, the weapon is destroyed. Start the attack. done here. Let's go home.
Yeah, completed. That's cool. Wonderfully completed. Mission done. Oh, look at him.
That's a good job, Colonel.
What's that now? 7 in a row?
Yeah, who needs the light when you got a fine feathered friend by your side? Am I right? Am I right or am I right? I'm right. Okay. Yeah, that's the rally point where I'll set up the teleporter. Zavala and Ikora should be at their marks by now.
Zavala, we're in position.
As are we. Ikora, ready when you are.
Copy. Fire in the hole.
Okay, let's go.
Zavala, we're coming around.
What's with you Guardians falling down all the time?
Where's Cade?
If he's sticking to the plan... He's right where he needs to be. Now we just gotta get you and Ikora up there with him. Well, this changes things. I'll work on this. You need to get moving.
Ikora, Cade is in place and I'm en route. Good luck, Guardian.
Mission 1 AU completed. You guys were right. Look at that evil beast.
Go. The enemy attacks the city, and the Almighty is lost.
Lost? Explain yourself.
Laid waste by the very same Guardian that somehow managed to reclaim its power, and has been humiliating our forces throughout this cursed system. You would know this if you hadn't been wasting your time communing with a machine and the creature who claims to speak with...
Take care of your tone, Consul.
My tone? Huh. We will fail in our mission to secure this power and deliver our people. For the first time in the glorious history of the Red Legion, fail! Because of you and your preoccupations. Look at your Traveler Dominus. The cage is complete. The time is now. Claim what is rightfully yours and take this power.
Tell me, Speaker, what
What more does the Traveler want of me?
Go. I speak for the Traveler. I never said it spoke to me.
This fixation is over. You have already been chosen, not by some inert machine, but by me. I chose you the day I found you. Remember who you are, what you are. You are Cabal. Cabal wait for nothing. You will take the light. Do what you swore, and give me the vengeance you promised. Look at me, student. Look at me! I will do what I swore, old friend. I am gone, and I will take the light.
Absolutely awesome cinematics. Really makes a big difference when you have story brought to life like this, connecting all different sections of battles and quests. Is awesome. In my view, it's enhancing Destiny 1. A lot of people disagree with me because Destiny 1 is more action-based, high-paced, but this is just incredible.
The Traveler. What's happening to it?
You can really follow the story. You know, it's much
Zavala,
harder
we're
in
back
Destiny.
and ready to go.
There, we've come back. Where's Zavala? New mission, new objective, new mission is chosen. It's called Chosen. Rendezvous with the Vanguard. Well, I'm not sure whether I want to play this tonight.
We're fine, but the Traveler.
That's why we're here. To stop this madness. Ikora and I are converging on the rally point. Cade's already there.
We'll use the Vex teleporter to jump to the Traveler, if we make it there alive.
We've got your back.
Welcome back, Guardian. Glad you could join the party. Red Legion's using these energy barriers to funnel us into kill boxes. I can hack into the grid and knock it down for short stretches. Stand by.
My dear friends, we've come to the end of our broadcast for tonight. We had completed 2 quests and they have been very successful. We've had a lot of fun. The quests were not particularly difficult and we faced quite a few nasty enemies but obliterated them all. And we are progressing forward. We are having this mission called Chosen, but I'm a bit too tired to play tonight. It's been a long day and really I want to be fully switched on for all the action that is to follow. We are going to have a very busy streaming weekend. We are streaming Destiny 1 and Destiny 2 tomorrow, and we are going to be also focusing on Elder Scrolls Online, which is a very, very enjoyable game once you get to know some of the basic controls, some special powers and bits, and particularly how to coordinate yourself in space, how to use maps and how to your movement, it did take me a bit of time to work this out. It's similar to Oblivion and Skyrim, but quite different at the same time, which makes it obviously nice and enjoyable. Loads of different characters everywhere, you can speak to everyone, you can collect kit, do the inventory and all sorts. So I don't know whether you've seen the game, which is Elder Scrolls Online, but when we do stream, they're usually fairly short streams, for probably about 2 hours, and I would invite you also to join, have a look, and tell us what you think. And in the meantime, you can enjoy all the beautiful concept art which I had uploaded to my Instagram. That is concept art on Destiny 1 and Destiny 2. Lots of great slides, definitely worth checking. And yeah, hope you enjoyed the gameplay tonight. It's been very busy, and we really raced through those 2 quests. We came to this point very swiftly. We enjoyed those beautiful cinematics. We brought it to another chapter in our Destiny 2 saga, and on that point we shall bring this broadcast to a close. I would invite you all to come for my streams tomorrow for Destiny 1 and Destiny 2, and we'll decide tomorrow what we'll be doing. Perhaps there'll be some strikes in Destiny 2 as well, just, you know, for a change. And as we are coming to the end of our broadcast, I would like to first of all thank you for being here, for participating in our discussion, providing some tips, and indeed for supporting my channel and watching my broadcast on a regular basis. And I thank you all for coming, and I wish you all a very good gaming night.